Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hi, everybody. It's Char and Sunny. And, oh boy, I'm very interested in quantum physics. I'm very interested in electromagnetic energy healing. And I have somebody today who is a leader in quantum energetics. And her name is Jen Healy. Hi, Jen. Hi, Jen. Okay, so you focused your mastery on bridging the gap between science and spirituality, right?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, it dawned on me, your last name is really Healy, Healy, or did you change that?
Yes, that is my name. I didn't change that to a spiritual name or anything like that. My name is actually Jen Healy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Well, when I was in engineering and physics, no one kind of picked up on it. The only jokes that came out of childhood were more like helium, and things like that.
Even no one, I recognized it immediately because you're a healer.
Well, I am now. Yes, it was a long journey to get here. And I do call my practice Zen Healing, mainly because it rhymes, but it's also because it really represents the practice that I do and like the clever similarity between the words.
And so you're dedicated to advancing the healing arts through a blending of spirituality, somatics, nutrition, yoga, therapy, dance movement, and meditation with the sciences. And your love for geometry and quantum physics inform and inspire your work. So this is amazing. But what did I read earlier? That the most important thing is to be happy.
Yes, to experience more joy.
To experience more joy.
I really do believe that this next wave of conscious evolution is coming through embodied, empowered play. Mm-hmm. And that's how important it is to play and have fun and to enjoy our lives.
I totally agree. Yeah. Because
go ahead, please.
No, I just totally agree. So, well, just because when you're happier and you have more fun, and then people want to be around you because your energy is joyous.
Yeah, that's part of it. And I can guarantee that the biggest increase that you can do for your personal health and well-being is to be more joyful and to have more fun.
So tell us exactly what you do.
Okay.
So there's layers to it, but
well, the thing is now that I feel like I'm fully dedicated to my path and connected to source, like I can't stop creating. Honestly, I just love the work you do and what you bring through for people, because my entire life has been about teaching energy, right? And taking my experience, my background in electrical engineering and physics, and really spiritualizing the material by having that scientific backbone to bring forth more spirituality. Mm-hmm. So for me, what I've learned is that energy, vibration, it dictates and it controls all of our choices, our thoughts, our actions, our behavior, particularly our language. I really focus a lot on teaching people the vibrational potency of language and how important it is for us to bring that into our daily lives as a practice. So my job, I feel like my mission for being here is to bridge the science with the spirituality and the healing arts with technology and give people play practices, give them movement, embodiment practices in order to improve their lives.
Wow, you're like a spiritual, energetic life coach.
Something like that, yeah.
And so how do you do that? Give us an example.
Well, we'll start forward and move backwards because we can go in both directions. Like what got me here and then where am I at now? The latest creation that I've come up with is called the AirX program. It's Aerial Yoga RX. So I design this specific style of yoga swing to help people go deeper into yoga practices. Mm-hmm. Yes?
Yes.
I thought you were going to say something.
No, go ahead.
So what I do is I take yoga and something that people are familiar with and give them a practice that they can do that's fun, that's easy, that's accessible. So I make these yoga swings to help them to go deeper into the way that they move their body with back bends, inversions, just simple lunges, things like that. So I call it Aerial Yoga RX because it's more of a therapeutic practice than like Cirque du Soleil. Although I do love Cirque du Soleil, don't get me wrong, it's my favorite. But I wanted to give people something that they could do every day that they could take home with them. You can hang up the swing in your home and practice every day. And it's really fun. It's really playful and it feels good. So AirX has been one of my latest creations, but that's, 20 years later after kind of dedicating my life to the healing arts and advancing the healing practices with electromagnetic therapy and different technologies, and then realizing I was 20 years ahead of my time. So no one understood what I was talking about. They all thought it was like voodoo magic. So instead of people having to buy a device that's like $5,000 or, work with something that they really don't understand, I started building out more and more kind of embodiment practices and routines that people could do on a daily to open up their energy field. I call it activating the human body field through play. I have a whole presentation called Quantum Playground that I was actually at the conference where we met. That's what I was leading with, was the Quantum Playground, activating the human body field through play. And it really just invites people to experience their body in a new way, to feel like they can boost their energy levels and to get a really better relationship to their health and well-being.
And so a lot of this has to do with attitude then?
Oh, everything has to do with attitude, for sure. Like you said, when people are happy, they're way more pleasant to be around, for sure.
And so,
yeah.
And also dance like nobody's looking, sing like nobody's listening, whatever that saying is, just be free to have fun.
Yeah, and the thing is that I go around mostly as a scientific expert, giving people permission to play and to feel good, because we really think joy and fun is frivolous. We really have to convince people of the significance of it by give them scientific studies and things like that, of the importance of hanging upside down and movement. And it really should be a lot easier to convince each other that being happy and being joyful is really the most potent medicine that we could be ingesting every day.
I agree with you. I think if I'm not having fun, I don't want to do it.
Exactly. And people won't do it. And it's the same with meditation. I create these different guided meditation techniques to make meditation accessible and more enjoyable for people to practice.
Right.
And it has to be fun. It has to be enjoyable. It has to be something you look forward to doing every day.
Right. I agree with you. And then, so have you used any quantum or any new machines that are electromagnetic energy machines at all, or have you used them, or you don't use them?
Oh yeah, my main practice is Zen Healing and Healing Technologies. I've been running that company for 20 years. So I'm sorry, what?
What are the machines you use?
Well, the main one that I've been using right now is called the NES Health System. It's NES. Okay. But I have 6 different technologies that I use in combination in my practice. So I have a quantum wave laser, a biomat, a beamer, a life stream generator, the EPFX, and the NES, the NES Health System. So I use them all in combination.
You know what I bought 35, 40 years ago? One of the original Rife machines. Yeah, I was going to say the Rife technology. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is frequency modulation. It's a great machine. But you do have, Does it still work like that old machine? Well, frequency modulation is different than working with the quantum field. There are two, frequency modulation is individual frequencies, within a certain range or spectrum. And then I considered the field is a collection of frequencies. Every line on a football field, if you collected those lines, it would make up the whole field. So we want to move away from frequency modulation into working with the entire field, or scalar. Scalar wave is another word that people are more familiar with that describes quantum energetics. And okay, so you're when you talk about holistic, you're dealing with the whole body. Oh, absolutely. Every system, function, and energy field has to be working simultaneously and harmoniously. And do you work with chakras as well?
Yeah, of course. Well, chakras are the energy systems that actually overlay the endocrine system and connect to the astral plane. Mm-hmm. So the chakra system is one of the more popular systems that we're familiar with. That is the entrance to turning on the endocrine system, or the glands and the hormones that are the energy managers of the body. So they're actually really important.
So what advice can you give us to do at home to amalgamate the spiritual and the physical, bringing them together for healing?
Right. Well, of course, meditation is the most powerful and popular practice we have, but it's not just one dimension. Like, our health and our healing requires not only paying attention to what we're thinking and what we're eating and what we're doing, you know, who we're talking to, what we're saying, how we're feeling, what practices are we doing. We have to really do, like, I call it a comprehensive healing approach, where we're addressing every aspect and level of our being.
Right.
That's why it can't just be one thing.
Right. So you're saying meditation is the wisest thing for all of us to work on every day.
Well, you know, you want to meditate. For me, I have a practice of meditating a half hour in the morning and then a half hour at night. Mm-hmm. But then you have another 23 hours in the day in which you want to be like your best human. So we want to collect like a whole toolbox of practices.
And do you do any kind of prayer work in that, like praying or sending away any negative energies if they're around, or what do you have?
I would say that I pray like every minute.
You do,
I would say like in every moment I would be like tuning and toning my field to the highest version of myself. And I have different practices that I do for that, different empowerment coaching practices.
I like you. I like that attitude, and I like that how you do this and what you do with it.
Oh, thank you.
It makes sense because you never know what energies are around, so we always have to like recheck ourselves.
Every single moment is a choice point. Every single moment.
I always say people have energetic baggage.
Who does?
People.
Every single person I've ever met has energetic baggage.
Exactly.
There's not one person.
and then because they have energetic baggage, they also have spirits around them that may be good and may be bad. You know, because they're not protecting themselves.
Right. Well, every spirit has its own agenda, and we assign good or bad to it. So we want to get in tune with what's the best version for us to be experiencing and call in those energies. You know, it's just a basic energetic matching or entrainment that we do with the people we spend time with and in our environment.
So if somebody comes to you and they say, I need to fine tune myself, like using a pitchfork to tune an instrument.
Yes.
A piano. What's the first thing I can do?
Well, I have a whole protocol, and it's very unusual, I will tell you. Like, when people come in to see me, of course we have a conversation, but then the first thing I do is I hang them upside down. Like, it's like you really have to shift your entire perspective, and this is what I use the yoga swing for. If you turn your body upside down 3 to 5 minutes every day, you're going to rebalance your chakras, your endocrine system, your brain function, your hormones. Like, you can't stay in the same version of reality and have a shift in your health. So it's really a change in perspective as well as reshifting every energy field in your body.
What if you just go like up on your shoulders? Is that doing it?
If you did it with me, I promise you, not only would it be fun, but it would be easy. But yeah, you can hang off the edge of your bed. You can sit upside down on your couch. I really don't care how you do it. Go to the monkey bars every day. You know, go to a playground. But my swings and what I created with this program makes like the fastest and most effective shifts in your body. That's what I'm all about. And then after that, I get somebody on the table and work with the electromagnetic therapies to rebalance the field, because you have to clear out the energy body. I call it like flushing the toilet, right? You have to flush both your physical, mental, emotional, psychic, and spiritual bodies daily. And people are so clogged. You know, they're so congested. And then I run cleansing programs. I work with amino acids, minerals, and enzymes to give people the nutritional support so they can have the conductivity in their body for it to function well. That's why I said it has to be like an entire toolbox for it to go well.
And what's the electromagnetic, I forgot what you called it, the pad?
Quantum field?
The what?
I just call it the quantum field. Which technology you want me to talk about?
Yeah, the one that that pad that people lie on? What's that?
Well, so there's the biomat, which is very popular with the amethyst crystals, the negative ions, and the far infrared spectrum, so it heats.
So,
and then there's the beamer, which is a bioelectromagnetic energy regulation mat.
The beamer. Okay, now somebody put me on that, and I got the worst headache. I couldn't deal with it.
Right, and that's your body detoxing. So most people will get sick when they do these practices and be like, oh, it's not for me. I didn't feel good, which is completely understandable. So what's happening is it increases the circulation of your body, the microcirculation. Oh. So 8 minutes on the beamer is equivalent to a 3-mile run for the circulatory system, not for your weight. Unfortunately, they haven't sorted that out. But like 8 minutes of circulation in your body, that is unusual. You have to build up to. And the first time I did any of these technologies, I had a massive healing experience as well. So even if you're really healthy, there's still another level.
Did you feel dehydrated?
Well, every single human I ever met is also dehydrated. So that's the thing. Like we're water, we're conductivity. And if your cells are dry, then they can't exchange, they can't function. So what happens is they get congested and clogged and they stop taking in nutrients and new oxygen and they stop releasing old waste. So people are all like literally stuck, not only mentally and emotionally, but their bodies are literally stuck.
Whoa. So we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. And I'm fully in. Like I love coming up with creative ways for people to feel better.
Do you work with people on Skype as well? Or how do you?
I do. I can work on video. I can work by phone. I live in Northern California, the San Francisco Bay Area, so I like working in person. But I travel every month to a different city and to different countries to work with people all over the world.
You do?
I do.
I knew you were special when I saw you on that panel. And okay, so how can people get in touch with you?
Well, zenhealing.com is my main website, right? So it's spelled like my last name. It's Z as in zebra, E-N, and then Healy, and then N-G. No I. So there's no I in healing. It's a Y. That's what I say.
Oh.
There's no I. It's a Y.
Wow, you really thought this out.
It just comes in, you're connected. It's really just a play, right? It's a play on words. It's just supposed to be playful and fun.
It's true because like when I have clients and they go, my cancer, I said, don't say it's my cancer. Don't own it.
Exactly.
It's not your cancer. Get rid of it. Right?
Yeah, and that's like a bigger story. People neglect themselves for like 30 years and then they manifest this illness that, the doctor's solutions are to poison them. And really what it's about is radical self-care. Like people will eventually just stop everything in their tracks and finally love themselves and take care of themselves and do all the things they were supposed to be doing for the last 30 years. And
yeah, well, the first true love is self-love, right?
Well, the love, so this is the thing about the beloved. Everybody's looking for the beloved, and I do all these different empowerment coaching courses, and it really is to understand, like, beloved means to be loved. So we're looking outside of ourselves to be loved. And really, that beloved is within us. And we can't actually be loved until we love ourselves and be love.
And we're not talking about someone who's a narcissist who's ego-driven.
What do I say about that?
Yeah. What do you say about that?
It makes me really sad that people are so hung up on these words and labeling people. I just don't judge people anymore like that because that person more than anybody needs to love themselves like from a true place. And then they don't inflate.
I agree.
Yeah. It's like an inflamed nervous system.
They're so insecure. They're so insecure.
Well, yeah, it's like an inflammation in their body. It's an inflammation in their mind. And then when they're loved, it all soothes. It all calms down. It all comes back into balance. So we like to label people, and I just don't really like that anymore.
That's very nice of you.
Well, it's really the compassion that unifies us, right? Like compassion begins and ends with unification of our field.
And how can you fix something if you don't know what the problem is? And if the problem is their insecurities, you want to try to help them heal and grow.
Well, yeah, and I find the best medicine is humor, which I know that you're really good at. It's like humor just releases all the pressure, right?
I always say that, like, if somebody makes me laugh, I always want to be around them. Like my closest friends make me laugh.
That's right.
And I
We
think
have
it's
to
so
laugh at
important.
ourselves and others.
Yeah, it's so important. What's AYRX?
Oh, yeah. So the AirX is the newest program that I've created this year that I launched. So Aerial Yoga Play was the first module of the practices with the yoga swing.
Mm-hmm.
And now Aerial Yoga RX is the regenerative therapeutics and the application of the swing for specific healing needs, for healing the back, for healing the neck, for healing shoulder and hip injuries. All these popular spots that people come in to see me for.
Right.
The AirX program, AYRX, Aerial Yoga RX, is the latest rendition of how I use the yoga swing to help people heal the body while having fun.
Oh. And what is it, though? What does it entail?
Oh, okay. Well, the yoga swing is a design that I created to help people to go further into back bends and inversions and easily.
It's literally a swing.
It's literally a swing.
Oh, okay.
It's literally a yoga swing. And so Aerial Yoga RX is really using the swing for the purpose of healing the spine.
Right.
So if we create space in the body, if we create more openness and alignment, it will heal itself. It just naturally heals on its own.
That's amazing. So how do people buy the swing?
Well, they can purchase it from me. I make them locally in San Francisco. It literally is my design that I bring to a factory and have them make for me. I love working locally and supporting, local artists and businesses. And so I don't have them shipped over from China or get them made in another country. I make them right here in San Francisco. And I will happily... I have over 1,300 videos online on YouTube and my website. Okay. So I will happily train them from afar or in person how to use the swing properly.
Do you have a picture of your swing?
I do. Let me grab it. Do you mind if I grab it?
No,
One second.
Go grab it. Okay, you guys. Jen Healy is going to get the swing that she helps people with. All right.
So this is a picture. I don't know if you can see it. This is a picture of me in the swing. This is me doing like a simple lunge with the leg loops and the handholds in the swing. And then this is a picture of a studio that's actually in LA. I'm sorry, there's a huge glare because I actually put that light on. But yeah, the swings hang. I usually hang 8 to 10 swings in a studio and then teach them how to do different poses that will help heal the spine and open up the shoulders, open up the hips, work with the legs, the arms. You can basically do all of your exercises in one piece of equipment, as well as balance the chakras, work with the hormones, increase your immune system and your metabolism. Like it's for me, like going from it being an engineer and a physicist to eventually making a yoga swing was like, again, the most clever way to get people to play and to get into their body. And once we are embodied, then we can awaken to those higher levels of consciousness where we're happier, healthier, feel better.
For those of you who are listening on KCOR or on YouTube or on UBN audio, it's literally a swing that she's got. And where can people see pictures of this? They can go, if you don't look on your phone and go to Google what?
Yeah, so aerialyogarx.com is my newest website, and I do have like a whole online traying on this website.
Okay,
so
AER. Can you spell that? AER.
AERIALYOGARX.com.
Okay, great.
AerialYogaRx.com. You can actually link through Zen Healing, but you have to get through several pages to find the Aerial Yoga RX. So Aerial Yoga Play and Aerial Yoga RX I've been teaching for the last 10 years, and it's one of my play practices. It's like my baby. It's the thing that I enjoy doing the most.
Okay, but do you have a disclaimer that says don't do this at home unless you're guided and taught, right?
Well, I tell every person to live at their own risk, and to really choose for themselves how they want to spend their time and how they're going to use their body and to be intelligent about it. But you can actually buy a swing, hang it at home and watch my videos and get trained online. And it's obviously better to train with me in person, but there is the alternative of training online for sure.
Where do you hang those, in a doorway or what?
A doorway is an option. Like if you live in a teeny tiny apartment and you can't find anywhere else to put it, a doorway is a possibility. Every ceiling has supportive beams every 16 inches. And like you can use 2 eye hooks that you can get from Home Depot because it's not Cirque du Soleil, right? It's suspension training. So you're only about 3 feet off the ground and always one limb is touching the ground. Either your feet or your hands are touching the ground. So you're incredibly safe. It's not, it's not circus arts. So this is something that people can do. It is different, you know, like aerial yoga, which is not my creation. Aerial yoga play and aerial yoga RX are my creations, but aerial yoga has gotten popular over the last 5 years. And it really just is a coincidence that I created this program about 10 years ago and called it aerial yoga play way before aerial yoga was a thing. Okay. But again, like things...
You're so guided.
Yeah, well, things get popular because I get visions, you know, I'm sure you do too. Like I see what's coming. I see what's going to be next. That's why I started the Healing Technologies company 20 years ago and left nanotechnology and microfabrication when it was booming because I knew it like Steve Jobs is the perfect example that it doesn't matter how much money you have. Right. If we use technology for healing, then we all become better humans. If we just use it to have faster communication and like, you know, more text messages, then we're actually not improving our sense of well-being. So I'm completely guided to use technology to improve our health and well-being.
Wow. You are fascinating. You're so ahead of your times. You've probably always have been ahead of your times.
Yeah, if time existed, I would probably be ahead of it.
And do you ever speak in front of groups or is it all on your website?
Well, you can contact me through Zen Healing. Honestly, Char, I've been waiting for the right time to be more public about my work. And just this year, since 2017, I made a commitment to do more speaking engagements and more presentations. And honestly, it just came flooding in.
I bet.
It's like the 10th interview I've had in the last 6 months without even trying. And I think it's fascinating how I chose to be very private and very small for 20 years because people weren't ready for this level of information or awakening. And now it's everywhere. I'm so happy. You know, when things get popular, I think it's great. You know, it's like for me, it's like when we're ready, then the teacher comes, the information comes.
Well, you've been infiltrating it and you've learned so much. So now you really are a master teacher about it, which is amazing.
Right. But yeah, and still not too many people know me. I'm kind of popular in certain arenas, but this is a real honor and pleasure to meet you and be invited to do an interview. Really, I'm so blessed.
It's truly my pleasure, and I hope you'll come back on again.
Anytime. I mean, we could talk about 100 subjects.
Yeah, I truly would love to have you back on. So anybody who wants to get you can go to www.healyng.com. And I want to come. I want to do this. It sounds like amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and your wisdom. And I look forward to talking to you again.
I look forward to more too, Char. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All the best. Okay, everybody, don't go away because I'm going to be doing a live reading, talking to dead people with somebody that I really never met before. And so we'll see you. If you like what you've seen on CharVision, then go to char.net and book a personal reading with me, or join a group reading, or join one of my workshops where I teach you to be psychic and intuitive. Hi, everybody. It's Char. Well, many of you have asked if I teach psychic intuition, and I do. Everybody has a sixth sense. Everybody has an ability to prevent problems and attain goals in their lives. And I'd love to teach you. Just go to char.net, CHARNET, and join one of my classes. And call Nikki, and she'll help you out. Remember, intuition will take you places logic never could. We're back. Okay, guess what? I'm going to do a live reading and talk to dead people. Okay, so I'm reading for someone named Dean, and I do not know Dean. Hi, Dean.
How you doing, Char?
Good. It's good to talk to you. I can't hear Tony. What should I? Oh, can I? Oh, are you sure? Okay, but can you hear? Okay. Okay, Dean, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, that's much better. Okay, great. So nice to meet you. Thank you for trusting me.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. It's my pleasure. Have you ever had a reading before?
Never.
Okay, then let me explain to you how this works, because it's really a creative way of thinking that my messages come to me. I feel things, I hear things, I see things. I'm like interpreting another language. And my biggest responsibility is being as accurate as I can possibly be with interpreting what's being given to me. So I just need you to think on your feet. When I give you an initial, if you could just say yes or no. Sometimes they call me the alphabet soup psychic because I get initials and names and I put the sounds together and I figure out who we're talking about. But once we get started, it usually just flows. Now, if more than one person share the same name or initial, if you could let me know this, your messages will go more smoothly, but it's not logical because someone living might have the same middle name as someone deceased first name or something. So just try to remember. And if I say the name, then you can repeat it to let me know I'm right. But the more that I can give to you, the better message you're going to get, okay?
Okay.
And I always say a prayer of protection because we always want to make sure that only goodness and love and God is around us, guiding us. We ask the universal consciousness and God that holds the highest spiritual power of knowledge, wisdom, and truth to guide and protect us as we communicate with our guides and angels in the spirit world and tap into the wisdom of the universe. We respect this opportunity and take full responsibility to use this not for ego or controlling others, but with the pure intention of spreading love and healing life on this earth and beyond. Well, I'm getting a few things now. I'm getting, is there another D or Dean beside you or just you?
Just me.
Okay. And is there somebody that's an M or A initial?
M or an A? Yes, there's an A.
Is the A a female?
Yes.
Is it spelled A-N
No.
or A-M?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, A-N, yeah.
Is there an Ann or Anna or Annie or
Angie.
Angie? Okay. Yeah, just say you're close. And who is this?
That's my sister.
And she's living?
Yes.
And then do you have a parent deceased?
Yes.
Is this your dad? No, it's your mom. Is your mom deceased?
Yes.
Or are they both deceased?
They're both deceased.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I'm going, no me. And is there a J?
Yes.
Is your dad a J or your mom?
My dad.
Is he spelled J-O?
Yes.
Like John or Joseph?
Yes.
Okay, his spirit's with you. Were you able to say goodbye to him?
No.
Does this frustrate you because you weren't able to say goodbye, or did you have unfinished business with him?
I had some unfinished business.
I feel like he's apologizing to you for not being a father, quote, like a father should be. You understand this, right?
Yes, that's exactly right.
And I feel like you're a sweet, kind, good man with a big heart.
Exactly.
And you're always giving to people and trying to heal and help people. You're always there for everybody. But you're woven from a different cloth than your dad. He wasn't like that. He had issues. Did he drink at all or drugs?
I didn't really know him a whole lot. He left when I was young.
Okay. Well, bottom line is that he's apologizing for not being there for you. And he hopes you'll accept the apology so he can start elevating his soul. Who wore uniform? Who was in the service around you?
Well, I have two stepsons, and then my dad also wore a uniform.
They did. They wore a uniform like as a policeman or a just
service members?
Pardon?
Service members.
Service member. Okay, yeah, okay. Because I see uniforms. So you have two sons who are in the service now?
Two stepsons, yes.
Two stepsons. Okay. Did anyone go out of the country? One of the stepsons.
Yes.
Did anyone go to Afghanistan or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And are they back?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, just keep a white light of protection around them. I feel like they'll come back, but I can tell everybody gets nervous.
Yes.
And did they send you a video of them playing ball?
No.
Do they play football or baseball in the desert? I mean, I know they're working and protecting, themselves.
I don't really know.
Huh?
I mean, they haven't sent us video. No.
Okay. I'm for some reason I'm seeing them playing ball in the desert, like
Okay.
finding time to relax, finding time to take a time out.
He could be.
And then they're showing me a S or C person.
S or C?
Or K or C. Is there a last name like this, or
K. There's a K.
is that a first name K?
Yes.
Is that a female? Or that's a male K?
That's a male K.
Is it K with an E in it?
Yes.
Like a Ken or Keith? Or
Kyle.
Kyle. Who is that?
That's my stepson. That's in Afghanistan.
He's in Afghanistan. Okay, I feel like he's okay, but I feel like was he sent there more than once?
No, just once.
He might be sent there twice.
Okay.
And then they also, there's an EL or E or L. L?
Okay. There's an E-L, yes.
EL female?
Yes.
Like an Ellen or Elizabeth?
There's an Elda.
Elva?
Yep.
Is that your mom?
It's my grandma.
Oh, your grandma. Is she deceased then?
Yes.
But you were closer to her, right?
I was close to her, yes.
Did she help raise you?
No.
Okay. Was this your mom's mom?
That was my mom's mom, yes.
I feel like she's here with your mom. I just don't know your mom's name, but they keep showing me an S or C. So I don't know. Is there a middle name S or C?
No.
What about around your wife or?
Yes, there's a C.
Is she a C?
Yes, not my wife, but her sister is.
Is her sister CH or CA?
No.
But C. Is
Yes.
there an N in her sister's name? N?
Yes.
Like Cynthia or Cindy or Connie?
Yes. Cindy.
Cindy. And she's living though, right?
Yes.
And is your wife close to Cindy?
Yes.
Is she worried about Cindy?
Sometimes, yes.
I don't know. I see you guys helping her up. Helping her. Like helping lift her up or helping her.
Okay. Yeah, we always are thinking about her.
Yeah, I see you helping her. I feel like you and your wife really, like you found a real connection with each other. Like you found like a soulmate.
Oh, yes.
You
for
guys
sure.
are very special together.
Yes, we are.
Now, they're also showing me a B or R person. A B or an R.
There's an R.
Is that a male or female R?
Female.
Is it R-O,
Yes.
like Rose or Roberta? Or
Yes, it's Rose.
Pardon?
It's Rose. That's my mom.
That's your mom. And she's deceased, right? Your mom's
She's
deceased.
Yep.
Yeah, your mom's here with her mom.
Okay. That makes sense for
And they're
sure.
watching over you.
That's great.
And they're happy about your life. And who had cancer, though? Did one of them have cancer?
No, my wife did.
Your wife had cancer.
Yep.
But they fixed it, right?
Yes, they did.
Was this breast cancer?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like they got it.
That's great.
Yeah, I feel like they got it, and I feel like your mom and your grandma, I feel like your wife did not know one of them or did not know them.
That was my grandma.
Your grandma, but your grandma is very is fond of her. She likes her. Are you the one that has a truck or an SUV or
Me or my wife?
either of you?
Yes, we both do.
And is there a motorcycle or a little car?
Yes, there's a motorcycle.
Are you the one who rides the motorcycle?
Yes.
And when your stepson comes home, does he ride the motorcycle too?
No.
Who does not wear the helmet?
Sometimes I have not wore a helmet, yes.
Okay, well, from now on, you're going to start wearing that helmet.
Okay.
That is a stupid law they passed. Are you in Michigan?
Yeah. Yes, I'm in Michigan, yes.
It's a stupid law they passed.
Yes.
You're going to wear it from now on, and your wife keeps telling you need to wear it.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
But make sure if the boys, Kyle and make sure they wear the helmet. Now, did you get a change around your work or something like positive coming around your work?
There's been change at my work, yes.
Can you ride it out?
Yes, I could.
Are you like frustrated about it?
I sure am, yes.
I feel like you should just ride it out. I don't know if there's a new boss.
There is two.
Yeah, I feel like they don't really know what they're doing yet.
That's exactly right.
And you know more than they do.
Yes.
But you can't tell them you know more than they do because they'll...
Yes, I told them today.
Yeah, but you can't get mad about it.
Yeah, I wasn't mad.
Okay, that's good. Just tell them that you're there to help them. If there's anything they need, you're there to help them.
Okay.
Because they need you actually more than you need them.
That's makes sense for sure.
So my feeling is, you have a decent salary there and you have good benefits.
I do.
So that's why I don't want you to leave. I know there's this part of you that really wants to get out of there. But I feel like you need to... my gut feeling is to wait it out.
Okay.
So, and also, is there someone else who passed away, someone younger?
Yes, there is.
Is that family to you?
It's not family, but it is like family.
There's a younger person here. I didn't give you their initial, though, right?
Not yet, no.
It's not the same as anyone else?
No.
And not the last name or first name or...
No.
Is there a P or T in that name?
In the name, a P or a T?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know if I know them. And there's not an L in that name. Or an M or N.
There's a M.
Is it start with M or it's in it?
Starts with M.
Is it like a Mike or Mark?
Yes.
Michael?
Mike, yeah.
He's here. He calls you bro or... I don't know. I feel like he wants you to know he's okay. Do you feel guilty about him?
No, not at all.
Okay, you shouldn't. He's saying you were really good to him.
We had a great relationship.
Yeah, and he loves you and he watches over you.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, he's only a thought away. And when you dream of him, it's like a message for you. So don't ignore the dream.
That makes sense.
He came in last because he was the first one you really wanted to connect to. Or one of them.
One of them, yes.
Yeah, besides your mom and your dad, right?
Yes.
Were those the three people you were mainly wanting to connect to?
There was one more.
But I didn't give you their initial.
Not yet.
And there's not a J or G with that person.
There is a J.
Starts with J?
Yes.
Is that a male?
Yes, it's a male.
Is it spelled J with an M in it or an E?
There's an E.
Like Jeffrey or Jerry?
It's Jerry.
He's here too. Who's that?
That's the owner of the business that I work for. He just passed away.
That's why he must be in here telling you to hang in there. Don't leave it yet. Did we get did we get all four people you needed?
Yes, there's one more.
Okay, I think we don't have time. They just said we got to go, but the four main ones we got, right?
Yes.
What did you think of your reading?
Oh, it's absolutely right on like perfect.
Well,
it's good.
I have to be honest. You're easy to read for because you have a pure, good heart, and it's always easier for me to read for people who come from a good place. Thank you so much for trusting me. Take good care of yourself. Everybody at home, if you are interested in having a reading, you can always go to char.net, char.net, and always remember to listen to your intuition. It will take you places logic never could. Bye-bye, everybody.